Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. The new musical Rock and Roll Man celebrates the trailblazing life of DJ Alan Freed. And we're here at New World Stages on opening night to celebrate with a company led by Constantine Maroulis and Joe Pantoliano.
Go, Tim Dandy, go!
It is opening night. How do you feel, my friend?
Feel great. You know, God, 15 summers ago I opened Rock of Ages here at New World Stages. So, you know, this could be the birth of something new and fun and super important, actually. It's been great to tell this story every night for the last couple weeks in previews, and I think we're ready to go.
What's made this so special for you with telling the Alan Freed story?
Yeah, I think anytime you get a chance to create an original role like this, it's an honor, a privilege for sure. Great creative team. Really, the process is my favorite part. Once we get to 8 shows a week, that's great. I live for that. But those couple of months before, in the rehearsal room, at the table, going through things, changing things, trying things, getting to know your company, that's my favorite part. And certainly, this is an important story to tell. Such an innovator, such a disruptor. And I think it's crazy that not even a lifetime ago, people of color and everyone else couldn't just hang out and listen to music and be together. My parents were born in the 30s. They lived through this era of segregation. My mother got to see Alan Freed rock shows at the Brooklyn Paramount in the 50s with her sisters and all. So it feels like I'm right where I need to be and where I'm supposed to be. So
it's been great. I'm having a blast. I'm truly a blast. I've never been in a musical before, and I'm learning a lot, and it's a wonderful company, and we have a lot of laughs, and the show is really tight. We're excited. Audiences have been standing up and dancing and cheering, and it feels really good to be associated with something like this, because Lord knows I've been in a few lemons.
I think what makes this show so special is like working with the creative team, them being so open and collaborating. I mean, a lot of things that, you know, I say is literally like from the Little Richard, like interviews. It's literally like from his book, you know, just like engineered into the show. So that's been really amazing of them just being so open to, you know, like creating the story.
The audience is so intimate here. It's right there with you. What's that like?
Well, I actually love it because for me, being with an audience every night and being able to perform live, I feel like I'm in a relationship with each and every person. So I get to connect with each and every person. And I know we're very privileged to be able to have the audience come in here, pay for these tickets, and spend 2.5 hours with us. So I want to make sure that I give them what they deserve and that we have a fun time doing it.
And playing with this cast.
It's fantastic. This is Roderick and I's first time in a show together after 20 years of knowing each other. I can't believe it took us this long. I've never worked with Constantine or JP or Bob Aubrey before, but this is sort of my third time around, and this cast is so fantastic. So many different colors of the voices, so many different powerful performances in the show, and so I feel really honored to learn from them and to take what I'm learning from them out into my own performances.
It's part of my past. I'm a little older than most of the people in cast, and I really remember Alan Freed, and I grew up in New York, so I remember the Brooklyn Paramount shows and listening to him on the radio, and but just this music is freedom. That's what this music represents, and that's what the show is, and that's what the response from the audience is. They're free to sing along and dance and have a wonderful time, and we really give them a gift, and we're also doing a service by reminding people who Alan Freed is.
So just to have this story now, what that means to you, especially here in New York.
And as a boy, there was a day that rock and roll started. It really was, and it started with him. It really did. And all of a sudden, it was a music that spoke to you, and he spoke to you directly. And kids weren't spoke to it those days; they were just ignored, you know. But he had a way of speaking to the audience, making you feel important. And then he came to dances. I once got an opportunity to interview him for my school paper when I was a boy. So it was just everything about him was invading not invading is not the right word, but part of my life as a boy. And he made me love rock and roll, and I love it to this day, and I loved him to this day.
What's made this so special for you?
The cast, you know, the music, you know, everything has just kind of come together over a period of time, you know, but the cast, each member of the cast just brings a special energy and a special vitality to what they're doing, and that really makes it.
What's made this so special for each of you with working on this show?
Well, I'm one of the newest members to the team, and so seeing everything that was created, then getting a chance to put my hands on it under the incredible tutelage of this man who I have had the best time working with, I'm so grateful.
Well, meeting people like her, yeah, that's been the best thing about it. You know, I do a lot of my own shows, and a lot of them are on music, whether it's Janis Joplin or Hank Williams, whatever it may be. And this is a style of music that I love, you know, the beginning of rock and roll. So it's been fun to work on that.
And let's just talk about the audience's reaction. Audiences are falling in love with this show. What that means to talk about their reaction to the show.
I'll tell you, it is the biggest reward. When I sit and watch the audience, the joy on their faces, it really brings tears to my eyes. I see them leaping up in their seats, clapping along. They're transported. That's what theater is all about, and that's why I do this job.